Yes, this has been the most challenging route I've ever done. Yo. I can't even freaking see the... Oh my god. Oh. And to finally make it to the highest Motorable road. There it is, right in front of me. I've made it, guys. I've made it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is Jim, and today we're going to Hanle. It's a very exciting day because I get to go visit the observatory. I'll probably take a lot of photos at night, and tomorrow we're going to Umling. Finally, let's do this. So bags are all packed. I think it's around 11 a.m. I'm literally leaving very late today, but that's okay. I had a good time at the Pangong lake. And our ride from Pangong Lake to Hanle has begun. Today's ride is a beautiful ride because as you leave from Pangong, you have the lake on your left side and a beautiful road that goes towards Hanle. This ride is beautiful, but it comes with its own challenge. A lot of water crossings, some difficult, some manageable, but the ride is beautiful. You're going to have a great time. Just one thing, do not do the mistake that I did. I left after 11:15. Try and leave early in the morning, otherwise you will be stuck with water crossings like this, which gets difficult as the day progresses, because with the sun coming out, the snow starts melting and it gets really difficult because there's a lot of water coming in, and later on in the day it gets difficult. So try and leave early just so you cross this water as soon as possible. Now, if you don't know about Pangong Lake, half of Pangong Lake is in India and half of it is in China. Now, this place right here is almost close to the China border. And if you look on the right hand side, which is on my left hand side, beyond those mountains is China. Let me quickly show you on the map. Now, coming ahead was one of, I would say, not the most difficult crossings, but it was quite a challenging crossing. So once I started crossing, I realized that, oh, this is quite a heavy flow. In fact, I saw a couple of videos from this place. One guy actually fell in the water because the currents were strong later on in the afternoon. Now, once I crossed, I did notice there was a couple behind me and they kind of hesitated. Like, as you can see in the video, they kind of stopped and trying to decide if they should go or not. I looked back and I couldn't see them, so I stopped and I tried to go back, but they were fine. They crossed it after a minute. Now, once you're done with the Pangong Lakeside, the first village you will enter is Chusul village. Now, here I made a mistake. I took a wrong road and I ended up doing 69 kilometers of off-roading. Now let me explain to you the route using Google Map. This is Pangong. Over here, this is Hanle, and this is Umling road. Now we were staying here in Spangmik, and the route, this is the route that you'll take to go to Hanle. Now along the way, you'll have the Pangong Lake on your left, and then coming down this way you'll eventually end up here in Chusul. This is where you'll end up, and this is where I messed up. Now when you enter Hanle in your Google map, or if you ask the army or anyone in the nearby area, they'll ask you to take this road going from Chusul, and it connects right here over here in Loma. As you can see, this is Loma Bridge. You will end up right here. This is the route that you'll have now. But this whole route is like 68-69 kilometers, and it's completely off-roading as of July. They are working on it. They are making the new road, but it's completely off-roading and it's a terrible road. And somewhere here in middle there is a massive water crossing. Wow, this off-roading is crazy. There is like, I can't even freaking see the, oh my god. Oh. Now, when the army guys started crossing, there was the first time I saw which side I can navigate through the water crossing. But right after this point where the truck is right now, I forgot to film the later part of this. The first part is pretty decent, but the later part is a huge like a gap where your bike will go down and you'll actually end up like almost hip level. So the army guys told me to not cross and wait for them. So I quickly had a lunch and the army guys were having lunch on the other side of the water crossing. Now once I was done with lunch, they told me they'll come and help me out to cross the water crossing. Now when I need help in this situation, I usually need help so somebody can carry my bags across the water crossing. Like I can easily do it with my bike, but it's my laptop, my cameras, my drones, my GoPro, everything. High risk, my hard drive especially. I cannot lose them. One tiny drop of water or little water enters my bag and that's it, I'm done. And it's gonna be very expensive mistake. So with water crossings, I'm super careful. Now the army guys told me they'll come and help me out. And they did. They actually did. They came, they crossed again with their truck. And I was under the impression that they are going to take all my bags and put it on the truck. And then I'll just cross the water crossing with my bike. But as I started to unload my bags, they told me, no, wait, we are going to put your bike in the truck, because they were like, no, we are not going to let you cross because it's super dangerous. You will definitely hurt yourself. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to say no to the army. If they're going to come help me out, I might as well accept it. So they took my bike, they put it on the truck. We all pushed the bike on the truck. I went on top. And then, as you can see, it's quite a bumpy ride as we cross the water crossing. And then we got the bike back down. And yeah, took a moment and thanked all the army guys for their help, because without them, I would definitely be stuck there for quite some time. Because actually, throughout this journey on this part of the off-roading, I did not even see a single bike crossing. It was just the cars. In fact, after I crossed, one of the car, they tried to cross and their whole front bumper just broke and just fell in the water because there was like a deep hole. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, if I would have tried, I would have definitely, something from the bike would have come off, or I would have fallen down. And thanks to the army guys, I got to cross the water crossing. It was quite a difficult one, and huge thanks to them. So I don't know if it's my bad luck or good luck, both you can say, because today was the worst flow. And like the army guy said, it was knee more than hips, not even knee deep, it was hip. So the bikes would not have been able to pass. Luckily these guys helped me, and I got to cross. And now that you know about the crazy off-roading, let me show you the other route. If you take this route, this is a much longer route, and as you can see from Chisul, if you take the left, come here, you have two passes here, Kaksangla top, Thalola. Apparently they're very beautiful, but it takes longer, obviously, because you're taking a longer route. You go through Nyoma, where you can fill fuel as well. There's a petrol pump right here, and then you'll eventually end up here in Loma. And then from Loma, you cross the bridge, and this whole route till you reach Hanle entry point is good luck. This whole road is really, really good. Till somewhere around here it's good, because there is a army base camp over here. And then from here, again it's bad road. Like I was staying in this region. No, sorry, that's the opposite. I was staying somewhere here. I can't remember. Somewhere here I was staying. The first village, once you enter, you take a right. I was staying somewhere here. And that's your route to go to Hanle. Till here the roads are good. Now, once you reach in Loma, there is a security checkpoint. They check all the documents that you have, the correct permits to enter Hanle, and they are valid. And the next 52 kilometers are just beautiful. You're just going to enjoy the ride, especially after the long off-roading. This is a much beautiful road. I made it in like maybe one and a half hour. I made it, and then I stopped by a cafe called the Riders Cafe for some chai and internet. And there's another cafe called Milky Way Cafe. So I took a quick stop, and then I entered Hanle. Now, once I entered Hanle village, there is a checkpoint. A quick tip: when you're riding here, keep the document, the permit, the inner line permit printed and on you at all times, because there are checkpoints literally everywhere. Now, once I entered Hanle, I took the first ride because that's where my homestay was. My homestay is from the website Homestays of India, and you'll find it under Hanle Homestay. Now, this is my stay. Let me quickly give you a short room tour. Alright, I've made it to my homestay. Here it is, the homestay in Hanle, and you can find it, all the details, and Homestays of India. So I showed you the room. That's my room for 2 nights, and this is what it looks like from the outside. Get an open view of Hanle. So the observatory is literally behind this, and I've been told by the guys over here that you can't visit after 6, so I'll try tomorrow. In this village, light comes here after 6:30 until 11, so you have a couple of hours to charge all your equipment and phone. And data wise, internet doesn't work here. Airtel, Jio SIM cards don't even work, you can't make calls. My BSNL SIM card is working, so thank God. For once, I made the right decision on buying a BSNL SIM card. You can make calls, but no internet. So if you want internet, you can go to the Bikers Cafe. There's another one, Milky Way Cafe. Oh, Cafe Milky Way is here as well. Right, so yeah, you can get internet. They have Wi-Fi. It's not the fastest Wi-Fi in the world, but it gets the job done. So that's Hanle for you. Now, the beauty of staying in a homestay, especially in such remote locations, is that you get to experience living like a local. You get to see their daily lives, you get to see how they live, how they prepare food. Like in this instant, I saw the lady making butter, homemade butter. So that was pretty cool. You get to try the home cooked meals. Now, this homestay was making breakfast and dinner for me, so that was a really cool experience, and it was really delicious food. The 2 nights I stayed, I got to try different types of food, so that was a pretty good experience, and I would definitely recommend staying in homestays and checking out Homestays of India. Now, let's jump to day 2 and climb world's highest motorable road. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Now, I'm not screaming out loud because I'm staying in a homestay, and it's 6:30 in the morning right now, and super excited. Finally, it's happening. Doing Umling, the world's highest motorable road. So I'm packing my day pack. I'm carrying some Dimox, camphor balls, and an oxygen can, because this will be the first time I'll be at such a incredible and great height. I've never been on now 19,000 feet, so this is the first time. Hopefully everything goes well. I'm just packing everything. Yep. I'm also wearing my warmers. I'll wear a t-shirt and then my riding gear, and hopefully that should keep me nice and warm. It's super cold outside right now. It's windy and cold. So yeah, super excited. Big day. Let's do this. So as I climb to go towards Fotila, it's a lot of climbing, but it's such a beautiful road. The roads are such like so well done. And let me show you the route. There we go. Look how gorgeous this looks. So many hairpin bends, and it's just climbing. Ever since I took that left of after the army camp to come up here, now that's the road. It's just been constant climbing, and there's a lot of climbing left. This is really awesome. Loving the ride. All right, so I'm gonna move on. Let's go. All right, everybody, made it to the Fotila Pass, which is at 18,124 feet. Woo! That was incredible. Here we are at Fotila Pass. Yes. A good job done by my baby, my lone wolf, because it was just climbing ever since I left from Hanle. I think around 30 kilometers from there. So yeah. Alright, time to move and go to Umling now. Let's do this. So the gateway of Umling is right here. Umling and Demchok this side. Umling 25 kilometers, Demchok 52. That road goes to Norbula top, and I guess the other road that goes to Hanle as well. So I am approaching. Let me show you. Alright. I think our last final climb. I think it's on top here. Yes, this has been the most challenging route I've ever done. From Manali to Leh to Umling. This circuit has been nothing but challenges, from highest motorable passes to off-roading to river crossings, and to finally make it to the highest motorable road. There it is, right in front of me. I've made it, guys. I've made it. Yes. Here we are, guys. Here we are. We finally made it to Umling. It's snowing right now. You can see. Alright, let's leave. We did it. We did it. Whew. Highest motorable pass. Alright, I made it to the top. Yes. Made it. Alright, my baby has made it to Umling. Good job. So at this point, you're literally higher than the Everest base camp. I was so hungry and I was feeling cold that I'm just literally
I had a black coffee, omelette, and now I got a Maggi noodles. But I'm just like holding it in my hand because my fingers were so cold. I couldn't feel them at one point when I was on top. So now there are two options from here. I either go to the same way, Fotila Pass, which is a proper road, or take a left from here and go through Norbula top. Now that's completely off-roading. So let me check what the situation is, because I'm really not in the mood to do any off-roading today. And yeah, my initial plan actually after Umingla was to go to Demchok. That's the India-China border. But I was literally struggling so much on top. Like my fingers were frozen. I couldn't breathe. Like I could breathe, but I was like really struggling to do any activity. And I was like, okay, let's go back down. So that's why I came back here. But yeah, I mean, there are so many other roads and adventures here that it's 1-2 days is not enough. So probably Demchok is something I'll leave for another time. Also, I've heard from locals that near Hanle, before you enter, there's another road that's being built, and that's gonna be the highest motorable road now after when it's done. So I don't know when that's gonna happen. So that's the latest update. But yeah, I'll check with the locals over here how the road situation is. From what I hear is it's like 30-35 kilometers off road, but if it's bad off road, I'm not gonna do it. If it's like normal paved road but kind of off road, I'll do it. But let's see. I'll make a decision once I'm done with my Maggie. So yeah, that's let's go to Hanle now because I'm feeling really cold. Also, it's super cold right now over here, and to my bad luck, when we reached on top, it started snowing. So yeah, that was really cold. All right, so let me quickly finish my Maggie and then head out. All right, I am back and I'm tired. So I started my journey at around 7:15 from the homestay, and I think 7:10, 7:15, and then from the army point, I think around 7:30. I'm not sure, but it was a 2.5 hour ride one way up. I reached at around 10-ish. I stopped at Fotila to take some videos and photos of the pass, and was going pretty slow because obviously as I was climbing up, it started to rain, but it's so cold. I think it turns into hailstorm, and it was freezing my fingers. I couldn't feel my fingers. It was so hard for me to change gears and stuff because my fingers were hurting, and like it was crazy. Now, originally I wanted to go to Demchok, but once I got on top, I was like already wet and I was feeling so cold. I thought I was gonna fall sick. Plus 19,000 feet, right? So people don't stay there for more than 5 or 10 minutes. And I stood there for quite some time trying to get a photo and a video. And yeah, and I decided not to do Demchok because I was really, really feeling like I was about to come down with fever or something. So when I was on top, I was feeling a slight headache. Nothing serious. Breathing was fine, but obviously when I was trying to get a photo, running back and forth, trying to get a picture, I was having a difficulty breathing when I was doing a physical activity. I had a slight pain in my right ear, and yeah, I made a call to not do them chalk this time because the ride today's weather is really cold. The sun hasn't been out today, so it was really super cold all day. And as I climbed up, it started raining and hailstorm and all that stuff. So I was really not feeling it. Also, I didn't do the Norbula top because I've done enough of off-roading yesterday. So I was like, no, let's just stick to the main road. It was a long route, but I'd rather do that than off-road. I met a couple of guys at the restaurant when I stopped for lunch, and they told me even they found it very difficult today to cross the same water crossing that I did yesterday. But apparently, army kind of fixed it, or they try, or it's kind of it was okay today. It was really bad yesterday, and somebody who tried to cross yesterday after I did, I think he fell down or something. Something happened. They were telling me there was a small incident at the same water crossing. So even the guys who crossed it, they did it way early in the morning, not like me. So if you're planning to do that route, do it super early in the morning. Leave Pangong as early as possible if you're deciding to do the Chusul to Loma off-roading. You have to leave early because of the water crossing. It's crazy. Like there is heavy flow and it's kind of deep. So that's that. Now I got back to Hanle, had a quick lunch at the restaurant at the junction, and then I went to the observatory, took few videos. There's only the one main observatory you can see or you can visit. There is like a slideshow. You can go up, see the telescope and what it looks like. Then I came down, saw the Mace telescope and the other smaller ones. So that was it. Now I'm back at my homestay doing all my data copying ritual, and that was it. So it was an exciting journey, but finally, I did it. I conquered the world's highest motorable road. This feels like quite an achievement, and yes, I'm super happy I did it. Was quite an adventure. It's not as easy as doing Khardungla. This was really difficult because if you're going from the Fotila side, you have to conquer two passes. The Fotila pass and then Umingla. But if you go from the other side, I think you have to do the Norbula top, but I don't know how high it is. Both of, even, Fotila as well is 18,000 plus, which is higher than Khardungla. And of course, Umingla. So they both were kind of high motorable passes. So yeah, it was quite interesting and quite fun to do. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are inspired to do this because it was difficult, but it was fun. And do share with your friends, do make plans and visit. Do subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my tomorrow's video where I go to Somoriri. So let's go.